Hello again, lovely day. I'm actually heading back home again. Why is that? The cardboard bank is empty. I can get rid of all that cardboard in my porch. Right, let's try again later. Well, there we go, that was the stuff I needed to get rid of. Nicely disposed of. That was the box that my granddaughter's computer was shipped in. And my steam mop. I was going through all my bits of cardboard the other day and I broke most of them up and put them out for the dustman. But they were a bit bigger and ended up in the porch. Talking of the porch, here's a concretry update. You see the cardboard in the background. Lovely. Quick concretry update in the porch. It's doing all right. Not too bad at all. But that was my little update. Not much to show you really, but it's still going on, still thriving in its own little way. Hasn't died anymore, so that's good. Nice. So what's the plans for the day? Well, nothing really spectacular, I'm afraid. Had a nice walk yesterday, as you know, all round Dawlish. Didn't do that many steps though, or I didn't count that many steps on my wrist. Never mind. So I want to get some steps in today at least before I have a curry later on tonight, 'cause it's curry night. Oh yes. A lot of people in the comments last time I came up this way were saying they didn't sort of know that Mules Park existed. And it's only really been in here in this sort of form for about 10 years, to be fair. I mean, of course, the fields and that have always been here, but the sort of open invitation to the public and the paths being laid and areas to go to and benches and that's really within the last 10 years. Back in my day, you had the cliff walk ran up there, and this was just like fields and that behind it, where you sort of weren't supposed to go. But of course, if you did go over the fence, which of course you did now and again, and come into it, there's nothing here to see really. It was just all overgrown land. So never really bothered with it. History of Mules Park on my site, by the way, goes into great detail right back from when it was first sort of thought of, almost the sort of 1800s and all that. Anyway, certainly a warm one again today. Certainly a warm one. As you can possibly guess, just sort of checking in on Wooden Doggo, see if he's still wearing his bandana or not. We shall soon know. He's just up here through the trees. There we go, and he does indeed still have his lovely blue bandana that Gary's wife made and Gary put around his neck about 2.5 weeks ago now. Still there, still standing. Excellent. Good boy. Got to tell him good boy, otherwise he'll lose it. I'm just going to pop down to the bottom bit, the water features, because if nothing else it would provide a nice bit of shade, because the sun is hotter than it looks. Here we go, off the beaten path. A little bit of shortcut. Must make sure I don't get stung again. Yep, there we go, made that okay. Excellent. And there's the Walls Sunday garden, Sunday community garden. Won't go in there today, but it's certainly come to life, hasn't it? Since we walked around there, there's just a few things been planted. Smash in. That's the wall to the walled garden to my right. And there's the other walled garden, which has not been developed at all, been left natural. Sure, the birds and the bees love it. Now again, back in my day, this path used to exist, of course. It was just like a loop around the edge of Beacon School. But this bit here, the entrance that I'm going through now, that was created when they recreated the public version of Mules Park. Before then, you had to climb in over the top there. That's where we used to come in. Slide down a bank. All these bridges and that weren't here. But you could, of course, follow the route down and get frogs and newts from the pond and that when we were younger. And follow all the sort of water features down. There's that bit I was asking about. There's going to be cactuses in there. Nothing's really happened to it since I last here. See something orange there. I thought it was never goldfish, is it? But I think it's just carrots. Yeah, it's pretty awesome to be able to come out on a day like this and walk through this sort of area in complete solitude, really. What is now gone 11 o'clock. Only me here. And if I do bump into anyone, it's more likely to be a pensioner with a Yorkshire Terrier than someone that wants to steal my phone. So yeah, so lucky to live here. So lucky to live here. There's the huge Guerrera coming up on my left. There we go. Last time I tried filming it, I was getting too much reflection on the phone to get the shot. Remember that? There's our natural archway. Again, it's not grown down quite so far this year. I can still walk underneath without it hitting my head. And this is the final little bridge, which is by that I film regularly. Oh, there's a couple of little ducks up there. Blimey, I better go back up and see if I can get a shot of them. There we go. Can you make them out? A couple of ducks. It's a rarity. One there in the centre now. And another one over there in the centre. Lovely. Haven't seen them up here before. Yeah, pretty clever how they managed to come and find this place. Right, let's crack on. So as I said just now, last little sort of bench, not bench, sorry, last little bridge. Still a B word, near enough. And we start coming out towards the upper path again. That last bit there was quite tight when it came to the stinging nettles. Some on both sides, some of them sort of squashed out. And anyway, made it through, didn't get stung. Lovely. So we have the seating area, this entrance to Mules Park. Followed by, of course, the Norman Wisdom Bridge. Now, whenever I get here, I usually go, shall I? And sort of get all excited and then run the Norman clip. Well, I want to do something a little bit different today. Still Norman related though. And this is just like an experiment I was just playing about, but I thought I'd show you the result anyway. I found a picture of Norman in Torquay in like the late 60s, early 70s. A couple of dolly birds with him sat on a wall. And I showed a picture and then I tried to animate it. So here's Norman in Torquay, down by the harbour, with some dolly birds, as they say. I thought, wouldn't it be fun to see if we could make him move? So I tried it, put it into the AI program. There we go. It's not perfect, of course. Girls move, he doesn't. That's because when we did it and he did move, it was quite clear it wasn't him. Anyway, there we go. So I managed to get the girls to come to life, okay? And I did actually manage to get Norman to come to life, but as soon as Norman moved, it stopped being Norman. So early days, but I'm going to keep playing with that, and when I get the then and nows, I'm going to start bringing them to life a little bit. Once I get it good, should be something different for the channel. Smashing. Now, of course, we'll pop onto the old observation deck for a minute. What a lovely day. Both a lovely and relatively quiet day before all the chaos in a week or so's time when we have the air show. No wind blocking today, of course. Should be able to hear the sea. And of course we're off now along the Seawall. I'm hoping to see some trains. Talking of seeing trains, there's a few diesel specials that come through from time to time that are marked up on my main list of steam trains, and they come through early, so I don't see them. Luckily Andy in Dawlish, thanks Andy, he does get up early. So he sent me this tin to pick the bones out of, and here's what I came up with. A little piece about one that came through the day before yesterday at about 6:20 in the morning. Here you go. Well, as you can guess, there's a few diesel specials I don't always catch, and this one in particular is one that came along the wall this morning. There it is coming through the rock shelter, and here it is pulling into the station in Dawlish. This is about 6:20 in the morning, so unfortunately way too early for me, in fairness, way too early for me. But Andy luckily was out and about, as he is, so he decided to film this and send it a toot toot, send it off, happy train. Lovely. Right, so basically there's two class 47s, the 47593 Galloway Princess and the D1924 Crew Diesel Depot on the rear. Here it is coming along under the bridge. Plenty of diesel, smoke coming out, lovely. Nice long one, look at the length of that, smashing. Now, although we don't have any video of him going the other side of the bridge, we've got a nice still of him departing or her departing. So thanks for that, Andy, much appreciated as always. Cheers. So thank you very much for that, Andy. Hope everyone appreciated it. I do. Smashing. And here we go, the seawall. Lovely. They're certainly making a day of it down on the beach, and why not? Nice sort of shelter for them, and plenty of dogs with them, and they're burying a baby. Lovely. No toot, not a happy train. Ever so sorry, full apologies for that. Will he whistle? Is he a happy train? Let's find. Yay! Happy train! Way! Bonus! Bonus happy train. Lovely. We've even got a crossover coming up here now. Crossover. Lovely. I'll just have a quick pan along the wall before I move on. All good. Not going all the way along there today. Tomorrow though, I've got a chiropractor appointment in the afternoon, so I want to get ready for that. So I won't be coming out for long, so I'm just going to come down here and do the whole seawall in one go tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow. Right, trudge back. Lovely. Yeah, it's definitely warm today. Regular viewers will know that back in the last summer, I get the overheating warnings on my phone. But before I get the overheating warnings, what I get is a very, very dark screen where it's trying to not brighten the screen up too much in order to conserve heat within the device. And it's doing the dark screen now, so maybe I'm going to get an overheating error later. We'll have to see. Of course, the solution is to use my other case that I've got for it, which isn't quite as easy for filming. It tends to get my fingers in front of the lenses a bit. But yeah, we give that a go if it does give me an overheating warning later. There we go, that was the seawall. I didn't film much on the way back simply because there weren't any trains, and I wanted to give the phone a chance to cool down a little bit. I see some people making use of the beach as well. Just seen one of my subscribers. He says, I'm not going to take a photo of him from behind like I normally do because I don't want to identify him, but he'll know who he is. But anyway, he's just been on holiday to Portugal a couple of weeks, and he says he was in the toilet and he decided to flick onto Bill's phone Teignmouth on his phone just to see what was happening back in Teignmouth. Then his wife shouted through the door, "We're on holiday! Stop watching Bill's phone Teignmouth!" So that's lovely, lovely. So I thanked him very much for continuing to watch. Lovely. And of course, despite me saying that it's nice to see a little bit of beach here and people using it, when we get to where the beach should be, which is really from here up past the pier, where the lifeguard station is, and the lifeguard station at the other end, which should cover the beach. Of course, we've got no beach, so that's the dredger again for you. Lovely. I think they're going to have to move the lifeguard huts next year. Keep that one here and put the other one up by the Team Bean. It's a bit pointless having an area that's patrolled where we never get a beach, is it? Here we go, let's see what it says the weather is. Oh, look at that, air temperature, 23 centigrade with 3 exclamation marks. And tropical, lovely. Yes, certainly warm, certainly warm. Actually no, it used to be allowed being the operative word, to come out the end of the pier, go along as far as that little bit of fencing. Little tiny bit you could still go and stand on. Of course you can't do that these days. But here's something Barry shot from there, looking around, 2019. Here you go. Well, thank you very much for that, Barry. Much appreciated. Looking back from the pier, 2019. Yeah, certainly warm, certainly warm. Just have a quick look up this end. Not walking up any further today, simply because of the heat. Don't want to end up getting overheated myself. So I'm just going to start making my way back up home now. Don't have to do any shopping today, which is nice. I'm going to have to do that tomorrow though. There's the demolition area where they finished the tarmacking, as you can see. And just a small amount of earth, probably left there deliberately. That's not too bad. That's not too bad for the air show. Hopefully, of course, all the barriers will also be gone by the time the air show comes. But we'll see. All good. We can head back via the triangle. Oh look, the thingy's been put back on the wishing well for the time being. That's nice. This wasn't smashed to pieces. Is it solidly there? Let's have a little shake. No, it's just been sat there. Never mind. And of course it has to be demolished though. Just another little bit of Teignmouth taken away for the sake of it. Just like the old aquarium. And we will stop and film the flower display today as we have the sunshine. It's nice, isn't it? Lovely. And the fountain appears to have been replanted. Fresh bags of potting soil, fresh plants in there. Very nice. So I just popped into Vision Express and ordered my second pair of glasses for half price. So that's good. So I'm getting the same ones again, but with the mirrored lens, as I said to the lady in the shop, for when I'm feeling particularly gregarious. Certainly a warm day for sitting in the triangle. There's Dawn Kiff, who used to feed the robins, in the orange in the centre. That's good, nothing funny on the door of the Chinese, Cantonese, suggesting I can't get my curry later on. Excellent. And there we go. Another wander comes to an end, possibly one of the warmest ones this year. Not quite sure, but definitely up there at the top few. And I'll see you tomorrow. Like I say, it won't be a long one tomorrow. I'm just going to down to Seawall and back because I've got my appointment in the afternoon. But there we go, all good. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out with me. Take care, bye.